And now please welcome to the ring the first fighter, Godson!
29 years young, the British Nigerian from Reading, United Kingdom, was defeated by Tempo Arts in 2023. Now 2 years removed, wants vengeance on the biggest of platforms in the largest of moments. It's all about redemption.
Please welcome the second fighter, Curtis Pritchard.
On the Irish version of Dancing with the Stars, then came in fourth in season 5 of Love Island. Now making his boxing debut, Curtis Pritchard kind of does everything and anything, but will he win tonight? That's the ultimate question for the wild card. The 29-year-old Curtis Pritchard here making the debut.
Please welcome our third fighter, Big Toes!
Now he finds himself in a fatal four-way. Every man for themselves. But Big Toes is only focused on one thing. That's redemption. That's getting the hand raised. That's using the power he knows he has.
Please welcome our fourth and final fighter, Tempo Arts!
Who never lost his belt inside the ring, always seemed to be the most improved man in Misfits, leveling up every single time. He retired, but now he returns. 4-0 inside this ring. We'll see if he can make it 5.
Knockdown can be so devastating, and this is where Tobes is most dangerous, but big combinations from Tempo.
Tempo unloading the hammers. 1 minute in the round number 1. Big Tobes circled off well.
5 rounds in this. 4 fighters, though.
Uncomfortable inside these exchanges, Riley.
Tobes is out of his depth here.
Oh, big job! Former champion stunned potentially. And you think if you're Curtis Pritchard or Godson on the apron, you can maybe think about, what strikes to throw. You get to see these guys in live rounds right in front of you, Riley.
Absolutely. Try to develop your own game plan. The nose of Tempo is busted open. Huge translate.
Tobes might be stunned. Tempo Arts swarming with rights and lefts.
Tobes is hurt. He's on all the legs. Huge shots coming in.
50 seconds remain. Tobes trying to clinch and cover up, but those knees were buckled.
Tobes is looking to tag out. You can see it in his movement. Godson fresh, just getting started here in the second round of this fight.
Nice attempt there from Pritchard. Godson commanding the center. Tempo and Tobes getting some time to rest and recover.
The referee was not wrong. Those shorts are at his chest.
Godson, a jeweler by trade. Pritchard, a dancer in the former life. Nice attempts there from Curtis.
And you can see it in the footwork. Pritchard's got some decent footwork here. He's pretty fast on his feet, but Godson's bringing some pressure right now.
Gotta say, Curtis Pritchard is keeping that chin very high, Riley. As Godson
right now
advances and sticks, Pritchard moving. Curtis Pritchard dropping his hands on the way out. Godson swinging an axe at his dog.
Fight.
The smart move, would have been just tagging Big Tobes in almost instantly in this round.
In fact, there's been very little strategy in regards to the 4-man fight platform because it seems like these guys just want to fight.
Oh, Godson tagging in the former champion. Feels like he's had enough of this one. Doesn't like what Curtis Pritchard is showing. Final 15 seconds for Tempo Arts, and he's pouring it on in terms of pressure.
Pritchard, on the other hand, decides to stay in there against the guy who, let's be honest, he's looked the most dominant so far.
Tempo Arts trying to enforce some aggression at the end of the second round, but
and establish some points.
Big Toes stunned by Pritchard.
Beautiful counter right hand.
This has just been going from bad
people to tag in, so you don't want to be too fatigued.
Oh! And a tag from Curtis Pritchard. That was a moment for Big Toes to maybe elicit some
there or not.
1 minute 45 on the clock. Tempo and Toes are swinging. Big Toes back against the wall. He needs some big success.
Wears it well. Unbelievable. That was a clean shot.
Oh, another left Hook finds home, Tobes clinching up, and smart from Pritchard to tap in the guy that did the most damage to Big Tobes.
Looks like Tobes makes the right decision to get out of there, but frankly, no points scored from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the fighter eliminated is Big Tobes.
Big Tobes gave what he had, but following the third round, he is the first mandatory elimination. That leaves the wild card, Curtis Pritchard, the former champ, Tempo Arts, and the man looking for redemption, Godson, in rounds 4 and 5, Riley. And frame, beautiful double jab from Pritchard.
Clean jabs there. I mean, Godson not being able to get the rest. Now Pritchard comes in. He's very well rested over the last couple rounds. This is a great opportunity for him to shine. And now it seems like a race to see who can be more strategic.
Tempo Arts turned the final bell and is now swinging for the bleachers against the jeweler.
Ride with the mob, alhamdulillah.
One round remains, but Riley up.
Now our next fighter to be eliminated is Godson.
Godson is the second elimination of the heavyweight survivor tag, leaving the wild card and the former champion to duke it out in this 5th and final round. Riley, I don't think many expected Curtis Pritchard to make it this far in the survivor tag.
I did. The normal that, I mean, it's no time for either of these guys to rest. They have to give it all right now.
Tempo Arts, the vastly more experienced fighter, but in the heavyweight division, it only takes one. Arts connects over the top. Oh, Pritchard lands with a couple nice jabs.
Pritchard really relying on that left hand right now. Hasn't really uncorked the right hand much this fight. It does benefit him to, he's scoring points right now. I mean, he's not losing this round.
Tempo advancing. Once again, trying to find that right hand. Curtis Pritchard tying him up. Spider web that Pritchard is weaving. Oh, stiff jab from Pritchard. Tempo Arts with a right hand. What a world this could be if Pritchard can outmaneuver Tempo Arts. Tender status on the line. Pritchard and Tempo Arts. When you think about activity in this clinch, Tempo is the one landing over the top, but we find ourselves extended all the way. The wild card in his boxing debut takes it to a decision against the former champion Tempo Arts.
What a brilliant, brilliant event that was. Who has won? The fan zone's got a 33% for Curtis Pritchard, and Tempo Arts coming in with a cool 67%. I would agree. If I had to pick it, I'd say Tempo Arts would be the winner in that one. But frankly, what a brilliant, brilliant display from Curtis Pritchard.
Yeah, I was very impressed by the footwork. I think that offensively there's so much work to be done, but again, this is the kid's debut. He's never boxed before, right? And I'm pretty impressed by him.
Ben, you can't teach heart, and he had all of that tonight. He was game the whole way. He showed up every night, and he made it happen when he didn't have any experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scores. Within all 5 rounds accumulated for each fighter, all the judges scored 148 to 132. And your winner of the Survivor Tag Match, Tempo Arts!
The former Kingpin remaining undefeated in his return from retirement, Tempo Arts, with a reminder to the Misfits universe just how lethal he can be, Riley.
Absolutely. I think that even Curtis seemed to agree with the decision there. It was the right call. And I will say a testament to how polished this platform has become. Every single